After 3 long years of waiting, it has finally arrived. Recap 3. Dun, 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 dun. Welcome to Recap 3 of the Dawnworld campaign, following our favorite group, the co-authors. Go ahead and subscribe, like and share. Enjoy the video. The road to Strongwick. The journey progressed. Now the party's destination with the Nighttide Brigade was Strongwick. On the journey there, the weather grew worse. Lightning and thunder coming closer and closer the further they went. So, they decided to take shelter in a vast cave system. The groups split up into different caves so they didn't get crammed. The co-workers found a cozy little cavern room. Huh? What was that? With no way to get up to the cave they came from, they started to explore this one. Explored and explored. Ran into gelatinous cubes, grey oozes, and last but not least, a portal that spat out demons. Killing demon after demon until they had to retreat. Dara took the book from Jaxson he had found in the cube. And indeed, Jaxson had overlooked a recipe to destroy a portal to the abyss. The party found the ingredients and with the portal gone, the party searched and found an exit out of the cave. The journey progressed once again. Upon arriving in Strongwick, the party and the Nighttide Brigade were attacked by blood-packed terrorists. After taking care of them, Clarice gave the party their mission: locate and infiltrate the outcasts and assassinate the leader for the sub-faction, the Blood Pact. This mission would pay Storm's debt, so if the mission was done, he could choose to leave the Nighttide Brigade. The party got assigned Claim as their supervisor for the mission. Before the party took and acted on the mission, they cleared a beast from Lord Polton's basement with a new guy, a sorcerer bugbear with spiders crawling all over him, called Jaxson. Nothing was stolen from Polton's basement.
Steal with a purpose, not to steal from the lords of the city. But if you steal from them, books.
I found the box.
Jag lockpickade.
So one...
What is in it?
Then the party helped Jalkar to get some information about his corrupted homelands, and through this found a storm javelin. Returning to the city, the party thought of the most genius plan: rob stores to get the attention of the outcast, and the outcast will want us in their factions. So they tried to rob the Temple of Vir, the god of protection. It did not work, so the party tried to rob a safe store instead. The party gathered outside a safe store. Storm locks picks it and they proceed. While looking for the most valuable things, Storm pockets some random stuff. Then they find a way into the cellar. They climb down one at a time, and when they arrive, then there is a hallway that gets electrocuted each 5 seconds. And the party thinks the valuables must be after this hallway. Storm and Fritz gets into an argument. You big boy, you go first. You got them all. Nah, but I don't want to. You go first. There's a rock, paper, scissor match. Could I use his bones for a ring? The heist was successful, but Fritz was electrocuted to a crisp, so the party took him to Holden Polton, seeking for help, and he sends them into the Forest of Fae once again to find Arctus, who would resurrect Fritz. They arrive to Arctus, but before resurrecting Fritz, they have to kill a hag close by. The party ambushes the hag, bam, arrow, sword, a tough battle between the old lady and the party until Jaxson starts hugging her. The party succeeds in killing the hag, but now another man down, Jax. They return to Arctus with a hugged Jaxson, but the good news, Arctus can resurrect them both. With the full party gathered once again, time to find the outcasts.
In their search for the outcasts, the coworkers found their way to the Crimson Helm, a tavern frequented only by the poorest citizens of Stromwick. Inside, Storm was quickly pointed toward a mysterious man wearing abnormally fine clothes for the establishment's standards, who had garnered a reputation for claiming to have connections to the Pilferer's Ring. The out-of-place nobleman presented himself as Adrian Duran and invited the party to stay the night at his luxurious mansion in the Mathis district, promising to help them contact the Pilferer's Ring the following day. However, while at the mansion, it soon became clear that they had been deceived. As the party scattered throughout the mansion's countless rooms, Duran seized the opportunity and began plucking them off one after another. Once the coworkers regained their consciousness, they found themselves inside a cellar filled with various torture devices, where it dawned upon them that the duplicitous Adrian Duran was no common nobleman, but the city's infamous serial killer, the Purifier. Given the chance to speak with their captor, Duran revealed that the motivation behind his murders was his disgust for Titanborn blood, and his desire to create a Belronian ethno-state for humans and elves. While Storm and Dara fit the profile of his victims, being of Lizardfolk and Goliath descent respectively, even Fritz caught the killer's attention due to his large frame, which made Duran suspect him of being part Titanborn. Floor. Dara's familiar ultimately came to be the saving grace for the coworkers by retrieving Storm's thieves' tools from their discarded equipment. By picking the lock to his cage in Duran's absence and waiting for him to return, Storm was able to take him by surprise, slamming the door in the Purifier's face and biting him in the shoulder. With the rest of the party eventually escaping from their cages, they faced Duran in battle together, with Jaxson ultimately impaling him on his back.
While investigating in the Purifier's house, they find a hidden passage behind a bookcase. They walk down the long hallway, and at the end they find a cavernous room, and they're met by 3 thugs.
Bruh.
Oh shit.
The coworkers interrogate the last thug, and it seems the spell made him forget his memories. So Storm tells the thug his name is Rust, and that he is a mighty sorcerer. Dara thinks his name should be more epic, so Rust Silver Greybeard it is. Then after been robbing stores and doing everything to get into the outcasts, the coworkers finally manage to. While the coworkers is busy running in and out of the outcast located in the sewer systems, they always run past a sleeping monster that some of the outcasts has warned them about. So every time they're supposed to pass it, they sneak past it. Ugh, it smells like shit in here, guys. Let's get the fuck out. What do you want to do outside? I want to buy some red wine and cheese.
Huh?
Aw, shit. Oh, come on. The intense fight proceeds until the coworkers comes out victorious. And Storm comes out gooey. Fuck you, Jax.
Clarice gathered the party and warned them of a bounty hunter that was located on a farm outside the town and was looking for Fritz. A little context for what's to come. Back in the day, Fritz was a slave, owned by a very evil lord named Eckard. Lord Eckard killed Fritz's family as a punishment, which only served to enrage the Barbarian to brutally murder his son. With the lord dead, Fritz escaped to avoid execution, and Lord Eckard's son, Lord Elric, came into power. Pissed that Fritz killed his dearest daddy, he decided to send an infamous bounty hunter after Fritz, Caden, the Elurian lion. Caleb was strong, invulnerable to non-magical attacks, and was using these badass chains to grapple his opponents. But the co-workers still have no idea who Kefka was, so they body him easily and cut off his arms. After bodying Keith, the party found a letter from a mysterious person called Kessler, calling Cameron to visit him in Venderthal for a job.
While in the Pilfer's Ring, the party got a mission to assassinate the High Priestess of Fiora, Desdemona. She was located in a church, highly guarded. The party accepted the mission. Before the party made their way there, they devised a plan to attack on Storm's signal. Every one of the co-workers lurking around in the church. Storm standing in a line to talk with Desdemona. Person after person leaving. Finally, it's Storm's turn. Please, forgive me for my sins. All of the party members. Jaxson cleaves her with his glaive. Dara shoots with an eldritch blast. Fritz cuts her in the leg with his axe. Storm cuts her head clean off with one swipe of the blade. Desdemona had no time to do anything, but the guards start storming in, covering all the exits. Jaxson makes it out, Fritz makes it out, Dara makes it out, Storm gets trapped. Forgive me for my sins. The party returns to the outcast with some respect on their name. They assassinated a high priest. So in reward for killing her, they got some gold and a opportunity to speak with the Blood Pack leader. Wonderful that you could come. 10,000 gold for Clarice's Gold is a lot. I could help my family. Nah, I would buy a magic weapon. 10,000 gold is alright. I could finally start my wife. Sandwich? Sandwich. I could buy a ship with 10,000 gold. But wait, do I want to be chased by a fangirl's parents as well? Nah, excuse me for interrupting. Oh, no worries. What? So Storm kills Hypnos with one single shot. They leave with his head to Clarice, earn their cash, and Storm may leave the Night Tide Brigade, and all of the party does. Then the co-workers hires a carriage driver to take them to Venderthal for more adventures. Thank you for watching Recap 3. See you in Recap 4.